To Kill a God is an action roguelike that does something pretty interesting and fresh with character progression. It pretty much merges your skill development with the actual levels you play through. You're trapped in this place called the Death Spiral and need to fight your way out by defeating gods, but the way you get stronger is what makes it interesting. Instead of having separate menus for leveling up and choosing missions, everything happens on one big interconnected map that looks like a web of connected circles. Each circle represents both a battle you can fight and also a character upgrade that you can earn. So when you want to get stronger, you have to pick which fight you want to take on next. The basic flow is simple. You look at the map, pick a node that seems appealing, fight whatever enemies are there, then collect your reward, which is usually some equipment plus a permanent stat boost. But where it gets tricky is that every battle you complete makes all the remaining enemies on the map stronger. And the actual fighting is typical action game stuff where you click to attack and use hotkeys for special abilities, and there are different classes. Each character has different skills you can unlock, like channeled attacks that let you dash around while dealing damage, or various projectile abilities. What's neat is how your character develops naturally from the choices you make on the map. You probably start with no particular plan, but then you find a really good elemental weapon early on, so you start steering towards nodes that boost fire or lightning damage. Since the map layout changes every time you play... Since the map layout changes every time you play, you never know what opportunities will show up or where they'll be located. There's also a crafting aspect where you can modify your equipment and abilities using materials dropped by enemies. You can add new effects to your skills or combine different pieces to create enhanced versions. Some nodes on the map are specifically for crafting rather than fighting, so you have to decide if it's worth the increased difficulty to go that way. The story setup is that you're stuck in this cursed realm where warriors keep dying and coming back to life in an endless cycle. The only way to break free is to kill the gods who control the place, but they're obviously extremely powerful and well defended. Most of your time is spent fighting through the minions and getting strong enough to even attempt the god fights. Between runs, there's some progression where you can spend currency to unlock permanent bonuses that make future attempts easier. Things like starting with better equipment or having enemies drop more resources. The whole concept feels pretty fresh, since most games keep exploration and character development as separate systems. But here, every decision about where to go next is simultaneously a combat choice and a build choice. It has this interesting approach where you're not only trying to survive the fights, but also planning routes across the map based on what kind of character you want to become. And this sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.